Hello. I look forward to the time when I won't be plopping down in front of you. I really am going to get some editing software and try to make these videos a little bit more professional. Okay, so in this video I'm going to talk about that dreaded first therapy session. I say dreaded because, well, I don't know. Maybe because I'm shy, and the thought of sitting down in front of somebody that I don't know for the first time and talking about private issues, talking about issues that I haven't been able to solve myself. So it feels like it's saying I'm not perfect, I can't do this, I'm having trouble with life. That's pretty tough. So I think there is bound to be some nervousness with that first session. And if I can accomplish anything today, it's that I kind of take the edge off that a little bit for you, so that the anxiety about that first session doesn't keep you from going to that first session, because we really want to get you the help that you need. So to start with, let me say that, again, the therapist is going to know that you're nervous, and they really will help to put you at ease. They want you to be comfortable in your setting. So I usually ask my clients, are you comfortable? Would you like some water? Is there anything that I can do to, help you be more at ease? Usually there's a little bit of chat about very light things in the beginning, just to kind of break the ice, so to say. But mostly what you're going to be doing right in the beginning of the session is paperwork. Yay! Paperwork will give you a little bit of time to not have to talk about yourself. So in the paperwork, it's just things like maybe a client contact form, so that in my case I know how to get in touch with my clients and they know how to get in touch with me in the event of having to reschedule or cancel a session. There'll also be a form about my fees, which clearly explains what I charge and when you pay, whether it's before the session or after the session, how you can pay, and what my requirements are when it comes to cancellation, for example. I like to have a 24-hour notice whenever possible. I know there's times when that just can't happen if there's an emergency, for an example. But whenever possible, a 24-hour notice. And so those are the kinds of things in those first couple of forms that are covered. But the most important form in that first session is what's called a professional disclosure. And the professional disclosure is a document that the therapist generates, hands you a copy in session. You actually get to take that copy home with you, and the therapist will keep a copy. And your signature will actually be on both copies, and it's just saying that you've read the document and you understand, the therapist has communicated to you who he or she is and what their credentials are, and a little bit about how they do therapy. Also that they talk to you about the reporting agency in your area if you ever felt you were mistreated in therapy. There's an organization that you'll be able to call. That phone number is usually on that professional disclosure. It's really important to know your rights as a client in therapy, and this form really does explain your rights. It talks an awful lot about confidentiality and how important confidentiality is, but also what the limits of confidentiality are. I hate to say that there are limits, because it really is important that counseling is private and confidential, and I'd love to be able to say, it's 100% completely private. But by law, there are 3 cases where I have a duty to actually get others involved. And it's called a duty to report. And those situations, those 3 situations are: if you come in and say you intend to harm yourself, commit suicide; if you come in and say you intend to harm or kill somebody else; and the 3rd situation is if you come in and report any type of abuse, whether it's child abuse or elder abuse. Those 3 situations, harm to self, harm to others, or abuse, those are 3 situations that I'm required by law to report, and to help you be able to stay safe, and to keep perhaps somebody else safe, and to get somebody out of harm's way if it's abuse, for example. So we'll talk about that, the limits of confidentiality. And let's see, what else is on that form? Just basically your rights as a client, and so that you understand that you do have rights. For example, you don't have to stay in therapy. If you decide that it's not working for you, you have the right to leave therapy at any time. You have the right to seek another opinion, to get a referral to another therapist. And actually, even in session, I always say to clients, if you want to stand up, if you want to take a break, if you want to walk around, if you're more comfortable standing than sitting, then do that. This really has to work for you. And so whatever you have to do sometimes to make yourself comfortable, that's perfectly okay with me. That's all the paperwork, and once that's completed, I like to actually have what I call a working session in that first session. I think it's important for you to see that, I guess get an idea, first of all, of my style and how I work, and to see if you have a sense by the end of the session that this is going in the right direction and that this really can be helpful to you. I've said in other videos, it's important for you to be in touch with your level of hopefulness that this really is going to work, and confidence that it seems like I'm a fit for you. And I really think you should be able to figure that out in the first couple of sessions. So I think it's important to have a good working session that first session, and to that end, sometimes I'll do a short assessment. I might ask you some questions, but I would say more often than not, I usually let the client tell me what they're coming in for, and in their own words explain what's going on in their life and how I can help them. I think that's pretty powerful, and that's better than me asking them a bunch of questions. So, and then by the end of the session, I really want to have some goals established, some goals of therapy. That is what you want to accomplish while you're in therapy. And, really concrete goals, maybe even some time frames associated with that goals, and ways that you and I have discussed how we'll know if you're actually making progress towards those goals, because that's really important that I get that feedback so I can make sure I'm doing everything I can to make sure your needs are met and you're heading towards your goals and you really have a sense that this is going to work for you. So anyway, that's the first session. After the session, I usually feel excited because I have a sense that I'm about to go on a journey with you, and it's really cool. It's sort of a positive anticipation usually in me going on. And for you, you'll probably be relieved. The session is over, and you did it. You took that first step. You made that call. You went in for your first therapy session, and you may even start to have a sense that, I think this could be something good for me. So I'm hoping you have a sense of relief and hopefulness and a little bit of confidence. And, I don't think you should be jumping up and down saying, "Yee-haw, I can't wait to get to that next session." Although I'd love it if you did say that. But just generally that you were left with a good impression and hopeful, and looking forward to rolling up our sleeves together and doing some good things. Okay, so that's about it, and my name is Laurie, and my company is McLean Counseling, and you can see my complete profile on Psychology Today, and I hope there was something in today's message that you can take away and maybe take that edge off going to that first session, and that's about it. Okay, we'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.